Good afternoon and welcome to my weekly update. I'm in my garden today enjoying the glorious sunshine. We've had a really good spell of weather, and I'm sure many people in the community are out enjoying their gardens as well, or indeed enjoying taking the opportunity to go for their piece of exercise. People have been doing really, really well in terms of sticking to the social distancing guidance and the guidance to stay at home as much as we can. I know it's tough, particularly on days like this when it is such nice weather, but it is really important that we all continue to stick to that guidance so that we can protect the NHS and inevitably save more lives. This week, I want to just pay tribute, as I always do, to all of the staff of our NHS, of the council, all those in care services, all those who work in supermarkets and the supply chain, and all those who have a vital role to play in keeping things going during this time of coronavirus. Particularly today, I want to just reflect on perhaps an area that we don't often talk about because I know it's quite a difficult subject. But I want to pay tribute to many of our local funeral directors who have been going above and beyond at this time to ensure that families can continue to grieve and mourn their loved ones in a really respectful and appropriate way. And obviously, there have been more demands on their time, but they have been helping the council and others to ensure that we can continue to manage that whole process in a dignified and respectful manner. And I was really pleased last night to see members of the Nielsen Pipe Band, the legendary Nielsen Pipe Band, go down to one of our local funeral directors, Moody's, well known in the community, to play the pipes outside of their offices in Barrhead at 8 o'clock last night to pay tribute to the funeral directors and the work that they do, but also to commemorate all those who have passed away during this time of coronavirus. And I hope that that was a great comfort to many families locally at this time. It was also an important occasion for the pipe band. I understand that Pipe Major Ian MacDonald, who is well known to many of us, a man who has been very generous with his time over the years for community organisations and groups and always leading the pipe band to do the best for the community. I think he turned 70, I heard yesterday, so many happy returns to Ian and best wishes to the pipe band for all that they do in our community, often without seeking praise and often free of charge to help sustain our local community events. So thank you to each of them and for what they've been doing in this time of coronavirus to cheer folk up as well. I hope that you received your community newsletter, Nielsen Together. As I said last week, I've been going on about it for quite some time, but I know that it dropped through doors this week. I hope that you found it informative and interesting. I hope that you found all the information accessible on it. If you need help or if you want to get involved in helping, and please don't hesitate to get in touch if that's something that you are looking to do. I hope that as time goes on, we might be able to provide more issues of this to keep people connected, even those who aren't perhaps on social media and aren't as connected on the internet as many of us. I've been asked by some local people today just to highlight in the message that dog fouling continues to be an issue in the community. I know from my own surgeries and from speaking to local people that it is a real bugbear for people, seeing dogs making a mess in the pavement and that not being appropriately cleaned up by owners. I think at this time, particularly when council services are really stretched, I would just make a plea that everyone does what they can to ensure that they're cleaning up after the dog. I know that the vast majority of people do that, but I would just ask that everyone gives that extra special bit of attention to ensuring that we keep our community as clean as possible. And please take any bags to the bin instead of maybe putting them in bushes, as some people tend to do. That's not helpful for the environment and obviously makes it more difficult to clean up. A number of local people have also got in touch this week to tell me about the fact that they've been picking up litter. I know that that's been done in Kingston Park, and I know that some people have been doing that out on country roads as well, and that's very greatly appreciated at this time. As I say, the council services are obviously stretched at this time and focused on coronavirus. However, we are making moves to ensure that those bags of rubbish can be collected and disposed of at this time as a saying thank you essentially to those volunteers. Also, the council continues to review services as we go through this crisis. We are monitoring the number of staff who we have available to do different roles, and we will continue to ensure that we provide the vital services that everyone relies on. And we ask you to bear with us as we continue to develop, change, and refresh those services as we go forward. So it is absolutely glorious. It's going to be a nice weekend. Someone did tell me the weather might break, but I'm not going to jinx it by saying that. But I really do hope that you have a nice weekend, that you stick to the measures. I know that it's tough, and I know that some of the information we've heard in the last few days about how long this may last have been challenging. But I think we all need to continue to do what we're doing to support each other and to help one another through. As always, if I can be of any assistance or any help, if you need any information or advice, the usual information is appearing on the screen along with my contact details. Please don't hesitate to get in touch and I'll see what I can do to help you. But until we speak again, please stay safe and continue to follow the rules. And together we will come through this. So thank you very much. Take care.